All I'm gonna say is that we did something. So go on Facebook, find a good deal, needed a daily, and I ended up with this. Now, before you go ahead and say anything about what a piece of junk that I just buy, it's an SUV. I needed something big, and I don't want to get into like financing a car or anything like that. Like, I just don't want to. Like, I want to buy something that's gonna get. I want to buy something that's gonna get me from point A to point B with no problems and no issues, and that's exactly what I just got. I just got a Jeep Grand Cherokee with 130K, which is low for what the year of the car is. A 2000 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Straight inline six, which is the best engine in my honest opinion. My dad has one and it has over 250K. So that was the situation. Now this car needs a lot of work, and that's the main reason why I got it. So I got it, I'm gonna be straight honest with the pricing and everything that I'm gonna put in this car. I got it for $1,500. 15, yes, you heard that right, $1,500. So the budget for the car to have like the perfect daily, I'm talking about the perfect daily, is $2,000. So if I already spent $1,500, I have $500 in maintenance, including brakes, oil changes, transmission fluid, coolant flush, everything. I'm gonna invest $500 into the car and see where I'm at. And I expect this car to be literally the perfect daily for $2,000, or maybe under $2,000. Which for some people that are looking for cars, this is a perfect way for you guys to find a perfect daily for cheap. And something that's gonna be reliable. I expect this car to last me for at least 10 years. Believe it or not, like, it's like, wow, you really want that car for 10 years? But hey, you could get a really good car with low mileage. And I know 130K may not sound low, but for these engines, it's pretty low. They usually last up to 250, 230 if you take care of them. So we are gonna be, the point of this video is I wanna restore this car and I wanna record everything. So we will restore the whole engine, and when I say restore, I really mean changing like all maintenance stuff. I want to clean up the interior, polish the paint, all of that, and I want to record everything. So let me show you guys the details of the car and the interior, the engine, the things that I see that are messed up that we need to fix. And then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the oil, change the filters, change the transmission fluid and all of that, so we can at least make sure that we're on the road and we're safe. Let's start with the interior and let's see what we're working with. Like I said, 130K, pretty clean interior, but the seats are leather. And for this car, I believe the cloth ones are way better, but they were leather, and I was like, you know what, I could put a cover on these seats. As you can see, they're all pretty good. It's just the ends that's the only crack it has. Besides that, the back ones are like in pristine condition. And then the driver one, which is supposed to be the worst, is not that bad. It's not even cracked or anything. It's just, stretched out and something that we could clean. Besides that, the worst part that I saw and I was like, what the heck happened, is the top. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but the top's a little bit messed up just in the front, because the back is, in good conditions. It's just like the front. I don't know what type of business was going on here. Basically, we're gonna restore this and make sure that everything looks brand new and OEM. That shouldn't be that expensive or hard to do. And besides that, this is the interior. I mean, it's in pretty good conditions. Everything's pretty good, and it's a really big car on the inside. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm 6'4", and having a small car just does not work for me. Now, for the most important part, the engine, which was what I was hesitant when I saw it. Main thing that I noticed right away was that it has rat poop everywhere, and that's disgusting, right? You wouldn't want to buy a car like that because it's like, what the fuck. But besides that, literally everything is stock, OEM, perfect conditions. Nothing seems like super bad, broken or ripped or anything like that. The only thing that I saw that was messed up is this little cover on the top. As you can see, it's breaking up, and I'm pretty sure I could find that on eBay really cheap, or if not, buy a used from a junkyard. Besides that, the transmission fluid when I checked it. So when I went to buy the car, first thing I do is check oil, transmission fluid, coolant. Very important. When you check the coolant and you see that it's super low or something, there has to be a leak. This one, I haven't even touched the car and you can see it's over the full line, and I drove it home and no issues. I checked the filter, checked power steering, and I check all of that. For the transmission, it was completely empty, which I was like, oh crap, like I'm not gonna buy this car. But then I went underneath and I saw that it was just a hose that had a crack, so it must have been leaking while it was parked. So I just grabbed some fluid, put it in the car, drove it home, and now I'm gonna make the flush, change what I need to change, and go from there. Now, besides that, I haven't noticed anything else. The tires are super low on air, and pretty much it really. Like, besides all of these little flaws, the car is in perfect conditions. Paint wise, it's pretty good. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to restore the paint, and try to polish it up, try to paint maybe the trim. All of this stuff that you see that's cracking, it's pretty fixable. So that's what this is going to be about. I'm going to try to restore this whole car and put it brand new headlights and all of that in under $500. So the goal is to only spend $500, and then after that have the perfect daily. So let's get started. Alrighty, so today we have brought in the Jeep inside the garage finally after quite a bit of time. We are going to be doing maintenance stuff before we do any washing or anything. As you can see, the car looks like complete crap. So engine super dirty, the outside super dirty, interior super dirty. And usually when I buy these cars, I usually start by detailing the heck out of it. But since we're gonna be doing a lot of maintenance, oil, transmission, and all of that, the car's gonna get dirty while I'm doing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all the maintenance stuff first, and then we are going to detail the car and show you guys the before and after on everything that we do in this car. So the first thing that we're doing, like I said, we're gonna start with an oil change. And like I said, I was gonna be completely honest with you guys with everything that we spend. And in the oil filters, I bought a fuel cleaner when I fill in the tank, just to make sure that I clean all the gunk up. I usually do that for when I first buy a car. I bought the intake, and this cost me everything around, I believe, $50 for everything. 50 for the oil filter and the intake and everything. So we are at exactly, if the car cost me $1,500, we are at $1,550 right now. So $1,550 so far just for the change of oil. Now we are going to do the transmission, and I'm going to cover that as well. So let's go ahead and change the oil, and then after we change the oil, we'll continue with the transmission. Alrighty, so the first thing you're gonna want to do is I usually change the oil with the engine a little bit warm, so I turned it on for a little bit and then turned it off just so it could drain better. When liquid is hot, it tends to be not as dense or as thick, so I turned it on for a little bit, warmed it up. Then you're gonna need a drain pan, of course, and we're gonna go ahead and take this top lid off if we're able to, which, oh god, here we go with new engines. I mean, not a new engine. Here we go with new cars. Let me figure this one out. Alrighty, so first thing we have to do to the car, and I already found something that's messed up, so I'm pretty sure I could get this on eBay, but this oil cap is like, I guess, a two-piece oil cap, and this goes inside of here, and I guess it had broken off, so I just pulled the top off and then took this top oil cap with this wrench right here. But yeah, so anyways, like I was saying, take the oil cap off, and now we're gonna find the bolt underneath and take it off and let all the oil go into the drain pan. Pretty simple.
Alrighty, so with a 16mm, go ahead and loosen this bolt out. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this bolt after breaking it loose. Be prepared with your drain pan, because it is gonna start letting the oil go out. Let's see what comes out. It's gonna be super black. And here we go. Oh, that's pitch black. So go ahead, let it drain for a couple of minutes, and then we'll go ahead and do the filter, which the filter is right there, what you see in white. I know you can't see because of the starter, but it's that right there in white. Let me let this drain out.
Now, for the next thing, after you let it drain out the oil, the next thing's gonna be this filter, which I think I'm gonna get from the top. It looks more comfortable to get from the top. I'm gonna loosen it, put the drain pan right there, as you can see it right underneath the car. And then once I change the filter, it's literally just filling in the oil and making sure that everything's bolted up. So let's get to that right now. So filter is completely out. It wasn't that hard to take out actually. So now all you want to do is make sure that you clean all the area around the filter, so you can make sure that you install and all the surfaces are clean. So when you install the new filter, I'm gonna let that drain out as much as it can, clean it out with a napkin, and then we're gonna go ahead and install the new oil, new filters and everything. Alright, so always compare your filters to make sure that you got the correct one. Now all we're gonna do is add a little bit of oil in this filter, rub the O-ring, and go ahead and install this bad boy inside the car, or not inside the car. I'm gonna go ahead and install this filter on the engine. Everything, it's just me, so it's hard to hold a camera and do some certain things, but gonna go ahead and clean all of this out. You know, started to get a little bit of oil on it. Gonna clean the bottom of the pan. And then this is still dripping a bit. I might drop the jack down to see if some more comes out, but the filter's in, tightened and everything. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and try to drain a little bit more out, and then go ahead and put the bolt, and then we're gonna go and be ready to fill the engine up with new oil. Alrighty, so tighten the bolt down in the drain pan. Now we're ready to put new oil. Again, filter's already in, new filter. Now for the new oil, I did go ahead and use 10W30, which is what the manufacturer recommends. I used this high mileage Castro. It's pretty cheap and it's worked on all the vehicles that I've worked on. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert 5 quarts. I think it takes 5 and something. So I'm gonna go put 5 quarts, check the dipstick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and insert this last quart that I have, if I have to. So again, gonna go ahead, put the oil, and then we'll see where we're at. Also gonna go ahead and change the air filter, which that shouldn't be that hard. It's literally plug and play. I'm gonna go ahead and install this filter, and then we're gonna call it a night. One of the things we really need to do to this car is check the tire pressure, because I think 2 of the tires are super low, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now and see how much air we need to add. Alright, so every single time you're gonna check your tire pressure, just so you know, you do have your PSI right here on the side of the door. And for this vehicle, they recommend 33 PSI, so all you have to do really is get yourself one of these PSI gauges, remove your cap, and just check your PSI really. So just put this here, and let's see where we're at with this one. So as you can see, it's super low, it's at 20, and this is not even the tire that looks low. So we are at 20 PSI. So everything that we could have taken care of today has been taken care of. We did the oil change, we did the tire pressure, and we did the air filter. So next up should be the transmission, and after we should be able to start driving the car as a daily. We're gonna start cleaning it and doing simple stuff, but transmission is next for sure.